Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an
Hello, how is everyone? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing? So I just got done on Court TV talking about the Clancy trial. So I figured I would go live. I didn't have time to set it up before, but here we are. How is everyone doing? We got Justice Jane. Hello, how are you? Janelle, how are you, girl? Of course, Skinny Chicken. Got Nix. Good to see you too. Hello, Tammy. How are ya? All right. We got Warwick. Hello. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. Well, I had to get ready for Court TV, so I have makeup. So that's the only reason. Anyways, we were talking about the Clancy trial. And I don't know if you guys have been watching it. Tell me if you have. It's a rough one. I haven't been watching every single bit, but for sure when her husband took the stand, I wanted to see all of that. Excuse me. And it was tough. It was tough to watch. Today there was the first responders on the stand, and that was tough. I didn't watch all of that. That was very painful. Like that's a lot going on. Tammy is having really hot weather in Colorado in the 100s. That's crazy. Hopefully you are able to stay cool. Skinny Chicken, you get it. You get it. Never waste the makeup. You got makeup on, you better go live because you don't waste it. Hello, Andy. How are you? Yes, so rough. Janelle's been watching most of it. Definitely a lot of different views, and it's understandable how people are going to have different views on this one. But, you know, we welcome different views here. We all can express our opinions, but yeah, definitely people see this one different ways for sure. It's hard and very heartbreaking. I'm praying for everyone. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Jules, first responders were traumatized too. You can tell it's really rough for everyone involved. Yeah, I mean, my thing is like, I feel for everyone. The first responders, they're heroes, but that's the kind of stuff that they sign up for. They don't get enough credit for it, but they sign up for it. And my thing is like, I feel extremely bad for the jurors because they come in thinking, you know, they're probably going to get like some civil trial, and then they end up with a murder trial, and then they end up with this type of a case. And this is literally as bad as it gets. So my heart breaks for them, and I just hope that they're offered some kind of counseling and therapy afterwards, because you can't unsee the things that you see. And unfortunately, they have to look at it and they have to retain it. And that just breaks my heart for them because they didn't sign up for something this gruesome and awful. So, let's see. Hi, Candy. Hello. How are you? I see that little cutie in your picture. Mine's laying right here. You can't see, but one of them is just sprawled out. I can't even put my mic or my mouse like where it normally goes because he's just hanging out. So yes, I wanted you guys' thoughts on the prosecution and kind of how hard they're coming at Lindsay. I have my thoughts and I'll give you those, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Hey, 420. Yes, Tammy. Oh wait, no. Did I? I just checked it. Let me see. So I have a Lesser's girl who maybe she'll pop on. She emailed me as well about the Clancy trial. She's in the courtroom. I don't know if she went today, but she messaged me yesterday. She has some thoughts. She's able to see the jurors very well. So we're gonna hopefully link up and get some information. From inside the courtroom from her. Tammy, I will check and see about yours. Let me see. Let's see. Nix. No, I do not have an update. I messaged him. But as you can imagine, when you're in a hospital, there's like a bunch of stuff going on. So hopefully he is just resting and getting rest, and they're running a bunch of tests and things like that. For those of you who don't know, our friend Baker is in the hospital and they don't really know exactly what's going on. Something, maybe gallbladder, kidney, something like that. And so I will let you guys know if I hear any updates. But please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully they're able to run it down and it's something that they can take care of, but we want him better. We know he has a little baby Baker coming, so we want him to rest up and get better as soon as possible so that he can be there to enjoy his new grandbaby. So please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And if I hear something, I will let you guys know as well. But I don't, it's hard to say. It's hard to say when you will or when you might, because he's resting and I don't know what they could be doing a surgery. Who knows? So, also, I don't know if he has his charger there. So we'll kind of be awaiting some updates if we get them, but we are thinking about him for sure. Yes. Hello, Cyber Chick. How are ya? Kristen, how are ya? Let's see. Yes, I that broke my heart. But that expert is an exceptional friend. And so it was very touching. And I have no doubt everything's going to be fine, but that is expert, and that is the type of friend he is. And so it says a lot about him. And so, yeah, everybody, if you're a prayer person, just keep him in your thoughts and prayers for sure. And if not, just send good energy. Good energy is always welcome. So let's see. Thank you, Miss VUSMC. I had it down, but then it was on my nerves, so I just put it up for when I went live here. But thank you very much. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Weird girl. Hello. Good to see you. Jelly Tots. Hello, everyone. Okay, gotta watch you, Cyber. Running wild on these YouTube streets. Uh-oh, Cyber. You causing trouble? What's going on? I haven't Haven't looked at the drama today, so fill me in if there's things I need to know. Let's see. Yes, I am too, and that's things like this, you're extra glad that you're close to family. So, um, caught alive from Australia. What's up, Linda's? Um, I have a good friend in Australia, so I don't like your spiders, but I like a lot of other things there. So thank you for joining. Glad that you were able to catch a live. Thank you, Kristen. I was just on Court TV, so you can't waste the makeup, so you got to go live. So we were talking about the Clancy trial, and so I figured I would come on here and talk about it with you guys. Interested to see your thoughts. Like, this is a case that there's a lot of different thoughts on it. I will gladly give you my thoughts, but all opinions are welcome here. I just think they are doing their job. It's hard on them being women. They get their orders from above them. I know lots won't agree. That's okay too. Yeah, it's, like I said, all opinions are welcome. That's what makes the world go round. And we come in expecting differences of opinions, and everyone's respectful, and it makes for an awesome chat, because then even if we don't agree with something, we can take bits and pieces and be like, never thought about it that way. So let's see. All right, I've been watching to see if experts updates. Yes, absolutely. Prayers lifted for Baker. Yes. Oh, Cyber Chick was in J7's chat. Oh, dang. Okay. What was the chat? Was it about you? Look, I don't watch her. I cannot be bothered with that nonsense. It's not real. It's like a bit. The whole thing is a bit, and I can't be bothered. It's Sister Linny. Hello. How are you, Linny? Yes. Sending those prayers for Baker. Had me tearing up. Yes, it was Nandy. It was so sweet. And that's the type of friend. I mean, in case you didn't already know, everyone, we already know that's the type of person that expert is. And we saw that with the whole thing with Baker and Machado and all that. But you get that's the thing. You get the real version of people on here, the ones that are authentic and genuine and all of that. And it's nice to see genuine people. There's a shortage of genuine people out there. And we were actually talking about that subject the other day. And so he's a real one, and we're blessed to have him in this community, and Baker is blessed to have him as a friend as well. All right. Everybody remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I think I'm 30 something away from 4K. So we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So we'll see. But yes, so definitely, if you're not subscribed or if you're new, welcome. Let's see. Oh, J7's was in Jimmy's chat this morning. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to watch Jimmy's. I missed his. I was working this morning. It gets in the way, working gets in the way of all of my YouTube streams that I like to partake in. So that's annoying. Yes, indeed she is. Okay, she was in there causing trouble. I made her leave. Side eyes, how are you? Side eyes, if you've heard anything about Baker, let us know. I reached out to him as well, but everyone just wants to see if there's any updates. We're keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. Everyone, I can't do the Lindsay, but respect you for doing it. No, Gwen, that's totally fine. And I'm not getting into the nitty gritty of the case. There's enough of that. Queen Melanie is going over, and she's doing it. And I know even she feels very strongly about how awful it is. So I'm not getting into anything. We're just going to do a brief synopsis of a couple things. Basically, my thoughts on the prosecution, all of that. So I think you'll be fine. I won't be getting into any of that stuff. that's really emotional. So let's see. I popped in and left 2 comments showing my support. That's so kind of you. I feel like that's nice, you know? That's great. And also it's engagement. So you're helping the channel out. I feel like that is also very kind of you. So that's great. Jess, finally out of your meetings. All right. Are you free, side eyes? You're free for the day. Excellent. Yes. Prince loves the lid. How are you, my love? Cyber, our group chat has side eyes everywhere. We can't have enough side eyes. Side eyes is amazing. All right. Yeah, people thinking it's odd. He's upset. One of his really great friends is in the hospital overseas. No way to help. Yeah, people are thinking it's odd. Well, F them. Like, that's who he is, you know? That's who Expert is. He's a great friend. And so we're all thinking about him and keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. Maria, my jobs are meetings with YouTube, watching, shaking my head. Yeah, right. Like I live on the audio. Lots of driving. So when I'm driving, I've got something on. My days of listening to music are not so happening anymore. It's usually YouTube streams if I can. I'm trying to find a happy place. I'm gonna hang here for a bit. What's up, Darvader? Are you struggling? If you are, we are here for you. Let's see. Melissa Jane, how are we? Just working, but wanted to pop in and say hello. Well, thank you so much. So glad that you are popping in. Let's see. Subscribe to my other account. You guys are awesome. Somebody else said that the other day. They were like, I subscribed on my husband's account. I'm like, thank you. We're very close to 4K. So thank you very much. Baker is still a dork, that I can assure you. LOL. He's waiting for a room. The last we spoke, fantastic, but he's doing okay. I'm sure they will get him straightened out and feeling good for baby Baker. Got to have him in tip-top shape for that little guy. All right. Hello, Ruth. How are we? I'm on my way home from an appointment. What happened to Baker? We don't exactly know yet, but he had to go to the hospital. I think it was early this morning. And so they're trying to figure out what's going on, maybe gallbladder, kidney, something like that related. So, he's right where he needs to be, and they're going to get him all checked out and all that. So that's really all we know, but popped out and back in, always forgetting to hit the like first. I'm bad about that too. Lynn, I'm off work, but now cooking and cleaning. My goodness. What you cooking? I'm hungry. I need to eat something. Hopefully, I made me some pasta. I'm feeling some pasta. I was trying to be good, but I'm kind of feeling the pasta. All right. Laura J. I was on the replay crew watching Defense Diaries. I got sidetracked reading your comments on there, and I felt for you. Darveda, are you good? Tell us. Let us know. We are here to support you. It is nice to know or hear there is a man that shows their feelings. Exactly. That's the thing. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. You know what I mean? So absolutely. Okay. Darveda, you do not need to be sorry for struggling. We all struggle. If there's somebody that doesn't struggle, they're not being honest. We all have those days, but that's what community is for. And sometimes we can't help a whole lot, but we can help a little bit, So yeah, absolutely. We're happy that you're here with us. Sometimes just being around people and taking your mind off of it for a minute helps. So, all right. Yep, everyone's sending hugs to Darvader as well. Yes, side eyes. Yeah, Expert is also less than 20 away. He is at 9.7. So he's very close to 10K, guys, and I know he wants to get there so badly too. So let's all help him get there and share his stuff as well. Let's see. Yes, we all love you here, buddy. So okay, possible pancreatitis, but he's good. Okay, okay. See, they'll get to the bottom of it, and the most important part is he's there. He's getting the help that he'll need, and hopefully be able to rest a little bit. Probably not, but I hope that he is able to rest for a little while and heal up. So, uh, Lauren, sister Lenny is one of my sisters. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. But okay, that confirms it. I thought so. That was my first thought. So, welcome. We love having you. Were you causing trouble too, Lenny? We love it. If so. Okay, what? You're in the middle of making pasta for dinner as well. If you lived in Colorado, you would be invited. Wow. I would totally take you up on that. What's up, Zach? How are you? Hello. All right. Sending good vibes. Yes, we are all sending good vibes. Let's see. What's up, Bay Harbor? How are you? Hello. What's up, Katie D? Good to see you. Is Baker a real baker? Yeah, he was a real baker. Yes, indeed. I had that before side eyes. It's weird painful. Wait, what? Yes, yes. It's not fun. Hopefully he's on some medicine where he's getting some relief, but Miss V saying he's a lovable dork. Yes. All right. The OLAP. Hello. How are you? Guys, if you're not subbed to the OLAP, run, don't walk. She is doing amazing work. She's doing compilations of everybody that the Moshato has been attacking, and I love it. Love, love, love. I have not seen. Do you have any new ones out today? I have not checked. Let's see. Yes, my little angels. They're around here somewhere. It's not nighttime, so they're off running and playing, but thank you for dropping Olap's link, Kristen. Yes, sub up. Okay, not today. Okay, well, that gives everyone a chance to go watch the other ones to catch up, but she's doing awesome work. All right. Yeah, so basically, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my thoughts on the case. Just little things that I've picked up on. I have a very strong opinion on this one just because I'm very familiar with mental health and all of that. There's many cases where I feel like parents are monsters and they did things on purpose to their children. This one for me, I don't feel that that's the case at all. I feel like this woman had severe mental health issues, and it was handled with a million medicines, just all at once. I think that she was in psychosis, my personal opinion. And I do think that there was voices talking to her, telling her to do stuff. And this was somebody who was a nurse, and knew a lot about mental health, it seems. And she was more than willing to get the help for her mental health, and was going to as many doctors, as many locations, even checked herself in mental institutions to try to get the help that she needed. So Magic, you're so sweet. Listen, this is not, I was on court TV, and we can't waste makeup around here. It irritates me. That's the one thing that irritates me. I'm like, if I go through the work of putting on makeup, I'm either going out and doing something or coming here. So I came here. But thank you. Janelle is agreeing. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is hello, Rhonda. How are you? Um, it's terrible. Had she if she didn't have the medical records, I mean, she's got so many attempts at her trying to get the help. Um, it's heartbreaking. And all they did was throw medicine at her. And I have some serious questions about the medicines that they threw at her at the same time, the doses that she was getting, the cocktail of medicine that she was getting. Um, it seems as though like she wasn't able to even stay on some of them long enough to even see results. And she would be taken off of them and thrown something else. Then you have like she was diagnosed with bipolar on top of that. She had so much going on, and then the postpartum on top of. I mean, my God, I just my heart breaks for her. Um, and, it's my opinion that Massachusetts is showing everyone yet again um, that they care about winning cases. They don't care about maybe doing the right thing because the bottom line is she's not going anywhere. Literally. Like she unalived her 3 kids. She's not walking out and enjoying some nice life. She is going to be in a facility, whether it's a prison, whether it's a mental facility, for the rest of her life. So why does it matter? Like, there is no evidence to me that this was some calculated thing because she didn't want her children anymore. And then to me, their whole motive is disgusting. They don't really have one and they're just making it up as they go along. And also, I would really just like it if the prosecution would maybe do some research. She clearly doesn't know a lot about psychosis. She keeps indicating that, like, well, yeah, she's talking to the takeout person about her calling. Oh, was she coherent? Was her speech slurred? And then she was saying she was calculated. Yeah, ma'am, just because you're in psychosis doesn't mean you're a lunatic and like acting like you're drunk. I really would like for you to maybe educate yourself on it before you prosecute a case about it. It's crazy. But yeah, she had so much going on. I felt medically let her down. Also learned, did she know about his affair? So I don't really know much. I haven't heard much about that. I heard rumblings about that. Is that 100% confirmed? Because I'm not sure. I know I had heard rumblings about it, but I don't know myself. And um, I did they bring it up on Cross with him? I don't know. What Massachusetts prosecuted to educate themselves? That's a funny talk. Yeah, I know, right? That would be work for them. Like silly, absolutely silly. But it makes them. What's up, Alesser's girl? I was actually just talking about you. Um, Alesser's girl is in the courtroom and she has some observations. I don't know if she was there today. She was there yesterday. I got her email though. She's able to have a good eye on the jury. We like to always get an inside perspective on things. So yeah, we would love to know your observations. Um, all right. Just wanted to pop in. I'm driving, so I can't join you. Okay. I wasn't sure. And I came on very last minute notice. So email me whenever you get a chance, your observations, and we will share with everyone. But I can't wait to hear. Taking a 5-minute break to just to chat. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. The good Misty. Hello. How are you? Let's see. Invisible Woman, Justice Served, just had a psychiatrist on. Very interesting. I think everybody should go watch it. Excellent. I will add that to my list of shows I need to catch up on. Give us a brief synopsis of what they said so we know kind of what was the deal. What did Lauren Matthias wear today? Oh, see, Olaf wants to know these questions. You're going to have to add these to your list of notes. What was that thing, guys? I don't know. Did anyone talk about that? Like, it looked like one of those things that you pull down when you're breastfeeding. Like, she got a baby under there on the tip. I don't know. asking for everyone because I'm not sure what that thing was the other day. Like, what was that? I don't know. But we do know her ankles were visible. That is one thing I'm sure we know. Let's see. All right. Also wanted to say the man worked at home. How could he have been having an affair? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Was that any of that confirmed? I mean, people can do some crazy things even if they're living like at home, but I haven't heard any of that confirmed, so I don't know. Let's see. I watched a round table on Annie Elise. They were stating things about her journal. She resented her older kids. There was other things in the journal. This is why her lawyer asked Patrick about the resentment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, postpartum makes you feel things, and that's the thing about postpartum. It's not the same for everyone. Everybody's journey with it can look completely different. Let's see. The wardrobe reporter punks out by the day. Let's see. She wore jeans yesterday to court. Bleh. Well, there you go. That's not. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of jeans to court, but I mean, whatever. I wish I could answer that question, but you're invisible. Who's invisible? What's happening? JR, actually, a lot of people do care because it's Lauren Matthias, not other people. It's a running joke because of Lauren Matthias. But yes. All right. Lauren, please say aloud, seeing she's driving, that she didn't have an affair with Cora, was his daughter by mistake. Wait, what? So confused. Please say aloud, seeing she's driving, okay, that he didn't have an affair with Cora, was his daughter. My mistake. Okay, so yeah, so it was just okay. Well, I mean, I'd heard rumblings of that, so that's why I'm like, is that a thing or not? Because I hadn't heard that was confirmed, so I'm not sure. If he had an affair, I can guarantee that's what the DA statement would be. Yeah, that's also a very good point. Law and crime. Chat started that affair business. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything confirmed of that, and I'm pretty sure it would have come in when he was on the stand. So I believe there was yeah. Okay. Yeah, oh, Side Eye's got a Harry Connick clip to send you. Oh, excellent. Out and about with DJ. Hello. I like your avatar. It's very fun. The colors are great. Listening to the first responders say, yeah, I listened to very little of it. I just can't. Like we're gonna recap some of the days, but it's not gonna be that kind of stuff. It's too heavy. Oh no, I was talking about Machado Drinker and her reports about what other people were wearing. Oh yes, no, we don't care. Yes, I know that's what she was doing with the jurors. Yes. I don't know. I haven't watched any of her stuff. No desire to this time, but I know for the retrial, a lot of that was like, just give me the stuff that matters. But that was a rumor that came from a chat somewhere. Okay, thank you, Chastity. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, Laura, that is a fair question. Did she shart in court? I don't know. That is a question. That's a real one. I would think it would echo, on the court benches a lot. So maybe she'll bring up like a little pillow with her so that there's no echo. Cause like that would be really embarrassing. Whew. Couldn't even imagine. Hello, Sparkly. I'm late to the party, but I'm here. You are never late. You are always right on time. How are you? I did see some more questions of an affair in the chat. Yeah, so I guess we're learning that is that's kind of a rumor, and also like he was up there. That certainly would, I think, to the other commenter's point, that would be something they could use for a motive, right? So if there was any evidence of that, I think they would have used that. So I think we can literally get rid of that. I don't think that's accurate. They would use that against her. So anyways, thank you, Alessa's girl. I was just on court TV, so we can't waste the makeup. We got to come on here, right? And so we are here. Let's see. Alessa's girl said, I understand. I had a husband who had multiple affairs. I understand as well. Been there, done that. Yeah. Unfortunately, it happens. All right. You gonna piss Jess off now? Well, what else is new? You know, that's my presence. My teeth piss her off. So like the bar is not hard to piss her off. Oh gosh. Yeah. Hello, Sherry. Hello. Anyways, there's something else I picked up on. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Again, I feel it's disingenuous. This is a case that there's already strong emotions. The jurors are going to struggle with keeping their emotions in check. It's going to be extremely hard enough. Wait, what happened? Jess gave up already. I thought she'd make it through the week at least. Did she not go today? I mean, this does not shock me. She doesn't follow through with anything. That is true. Better than pooping her off. She does that herself. Yeah. The good Misty says, I love your face, Laura J. Yes, we do. She's Laura J is really funny, guys. I don't know if you have picked up on that, everyone, but Laura J is a hoot. Let's see. I struggle with emotions. Sparkly. Me too. I'm not covering it. We're going to do recaps and we're going to do non-emotional recaps because this is as bad as it gets. This is the case that I feel for the jurors because they came in doing their civic duty and they got this case. You know what I mean? They're going to have trauma and they can't unsee the stuff that they're seeing, and it breaks my heart. Let's see here. I announced our engagement to the expert last night, Lauren. What were you going to announce it to me, Prison Misty? I know you really want to scissor with everyone, but you have to do that consensually. It has to be like consensual scissoring, I don't think we're at the consensual part. So also, where's my ring? I'm going to need like a really big ring because, okay. You might want to announce that to me first, Prison Misty. Let's see. Okay, Miss Divine. Hello. How are you, beautiful? She couldn't work 2 days in a row. This does not surprise me. She couldn't be on camera 2 days in a row either. In her own studio. So, okay. I did have a good view of the jury yesterday. They're an interesting bunch. Most are 30s to 50s, I'd say. Okay. I like that. I think that's probably a good thing. I would personally want a younger jury, but she was a no-show, sick with lupus, allegedly. Okay, interesting. All right. That's my sister from another mister. It is heartbreaking, for sure. She called in sick and referred folks to Lauren. Stop it. Stop it. Did she really? I cannot. Yeah, she's hoping she'll get some sympathy subscribers over from her channel from the gems over there. Continuously confused. It's terrible. It is terrible. It's the worst of the worst. Candy Temple, hello. Okay, saying hello to Misty. Perfect. I'm giving Lauren away. Oh no, what's happening? Where am I going? Did you sell me to Prison Misty? Even her fans said, hell no. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she doesn't listen to anybody in her chat because they were all trying to tell her about Lauren. Like, what is going on? Nobody wants to go over there. Then had spicy request Venmo on her behalf. Stop it, Kristen. On her behalf of what? She didn't drive there. Like, Venmo for what? Stop. Oh my goodness. Hello, Miss Jess. Oh goodness. Thank you. I was on Court TV. So we came over here and we are now discussing Clancy. We're gonna do a little Nolan Wells. How long are you planning on streaming? Girl, I never know. I am hungry, so probably not like super, super long. I have not eaten. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Lauren with her sick note. Oh. Okay. Lauren, you look stunning tonight. Embrace it. Well, thank you very much. You are very sweet. I appreciate it. No, she did not. That's what I said, Miss Divine. Okay. Her lupus flared up, apparently, thus the Venmo. But what does that mean Venmo for? So, like, so we should all send Baker Venmos then, right? Because he's actually in a hospital. Like, like she's not in a hospital. Like, what is she talking about? She needs Venmo for what? Oh, I can't. You can't buy class. You just can't. Let's see. Jess's ambition filed missing persons report. Yeah. That's no joke. It's missing for sure. Lauren and JM are perfect together. Why is everyone trying to break them apart? No, I agree. I agree. I agree. Expert was going over everything and he's learning about the Lauren Matthias stuff. And it's funny to see, but then it, you remember stuff that you're like, oh, I forgot she did that. That's so cringe. No wonder these two are like a match made in heaven. They're a lot alike in certain ways. Shadows, hello. The Venmo was with Spicy Misty's sick note to the fan. She said the bunnies had been yeah, the bunnies aren't asking. The bunnies had been asking, and they were also worried, asking for thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I get. Venmo? What does that have to do with you're having a sick day? Okay, that's weird. Jelly Tots, hello. Will JM want any super chat money from Lauren and her people that go watch her because she sent them? That's a good question. And that is the type of way she thinks. So, yeah, I think you're onto something. Hello. Lupus and Venmo. Do not compute. Who knew that was like a thing? Now, like, if you have like medical bills, for instance, like Baker's not asking for Venmo, but like he's in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would make more sense. He's got bills, right? But like she's at home with a family that she brags about having. The heck? $1, one prayer. Oh, you could bundle. You could do $4, 5 prayers. You're welcome. Thank me later for that advertising advice. You'd get more. Or you could do bigger, more godly prayers with like a 20. Think of the prayers you could get with a 20, for the lupus, of course. Dry bagging is the same paragraph as speaking on Baker. Wait, what? Dry bagging and in the same did she speak on Baker? I don't know. Like, that's listen, I'm gonna go the F off if one of these motherfuckers starts talking about him being in the hospital and says something not nice. Okay. We will have a drama stream. We will do it. Let's see. Hey, Garth. I have Skipper's ass from sitting behind the wheel of tugboats. Please send me a Venmo. Shoot, our girl, the good Misty, she's actually can use the Venmo right now. Well, she's going on vacation. Yes, that is a great point. Great point. I will be accepting prayers and Venmos for my behalf because she's coming down here. It's very terrifying. Yes. That is, I think that is, you hit it right on the money. Well, Lesser's girl. She is vacationing on vacations. So that makes sense. What will Dr. John think about Prison Misty? I don't know. It could be a fun pairing. Sparkly says, you are a treasure. So are you. So are you. You bring a lot of light to wherever you go. And I love that about you. Guys, if you're not subbed to the Sparkly Rabbit, go sparkle to the Sparkly Rabbit and sub. Her channel is just fun. It's fun. It's a good time. She dances and she has a really fun trivia stream. I'm terrible at trivia, but I don't necessarily like trivia, but I partook in the trivia and I had a really good time. There was some that I knew. Shockingly, I'm not good with some of the trivia questions. It's a good time over there. So, and there's some really good players. Kazi G, he dominates a lot. Panda Bear, Emma from Hawaii. Those are the three that I remember that were just like killing it. It's a good time. So go over to Sparkly Rabbit. I love how Baker said, enjoy the silence in his post. He is funny. I hope he's enjoying the silence and getting some rest. I know that it's not an enjoyable place to be in the hospital, but hopefully he's getting some good meds and getting some sleep. Like, maybe that will be something good that he can get at least some rest from it. So $100, the places you could go, the prayers you could send up. Absolutely. Just probably needs a Venmo to order out. Yeah, she can't. Well, that's true. She's sick. She can't go to society, so she's gonna need some Postmates or something. They all have jobs too, right? Yes, they do. Hello, Nunya. Prison Misty asked for some prayers for Baker too. What? Was it being sarcastic? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Prison Misty spoke on Baker and begged for Jess at the same damn time. That is the weird combo. That's a weird combo. Wait, was it our Prison Misty? Did she hack in and it was our Prison Misty that just wants to scissor with everyone? I don't know. I have questions. Danny says, Prison Misty is BLT. It could be. It could be. Also, Danny has been extra funny lately. I'm loving it. I feel like his sense of humor is coming out more, and he's really funny. Jill says, locked and loaded. Lock and load. I've heard her talk, I think, in spaces. Ooh, I feel like my ears would hurt. I don't know. It's just the thought that comes to my head. We were planning on doing Clancy, guys. Apparently, don't come here thinking you're getting Clancy because apparently we're not. We're just chat is on a different path, and I go where the chat is. We did talk a little bit. I do have a couple things to say about it, but let's see. Oh, I'm getting the official Spicy Misty post. Okay. I hear some very kind people. Are asking for Jess's Venmo. So here it is. Like, what, she gives it away all the time on her chat. Like, what do you mean? Was this hard to find? Huh. Okay. Some very kind people. I know a great deal of you are extremely worried about the Jess Machado show. I'm being tagged all over the place. Oh, Spicy Misty is being pulled in different directions, guys. And YouTube streams are popping up everywhere. What is she talking about? You can't make this stuff up, guys. Thank you, Side Eyes, for sending me this. YouTube streams are popping up everywhere. Jess has told us in the past that she has lupus, which is an autoimmune disease. Why is she talking to everyone like they're dumb? Also, we know she has it because she's told everyone and she's explained it like multiple times. Okay. She's gonna tell everyone again. From my experience, having an autoimmune disease means you can feel fantastic one day and wake up the next day unable to move, with pain everywhere. It's not a joke. It is not a joke. My mom has an autoimmune disease. It is not a joke. That is very true. It's not a joke. It's not a game. I'm glad that she added that in with the not. In case you thought it was a joke, she clarified that, and then she made sure to tell you it is not a game as well. That is good because one could think it would be after not a joke. Okay. All right. Where are we at? Okay. I pray none of you ever have to go through and experience the having the unpredictable disease like either of these. What? Go through the experience of having an unpredictable disease like either of these. That rhymed. But true, it's terrible. Would not wish that upon anyone. I also hear Broken Baker is unwell. She's very cold about that, but all right. I also hear Broken Baker is unwell. I'm sending love and prayers to him and his family. I hope he makes a full recovery. Well, I props where props is due. It seems like that was genuine. Odd, but genuine. That's nice. Also, it wasn't our prison, Misty. I'm wondering. Yikes, that was weird. That's very weird. All right. Okay. Let me get more local. Let's see. Sparkly Rabbit has been a member for a month. Let's go CSI, you rock. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Home Slice, hello. Danny is okay, but Danny is hilarious. Home Slice, you are a very fun addition on there. I have to say, it's very good. I'm a fan, so that's great. Thank you for being here. Lies detected. All right. She said days ago her channel not having a good July. What's up, Bob? Financially, and she begs now. Yeah, that was very telling. It was very telling, like to me, for me. Bob is awesome, guys. I don't know if you guys caught him on Sparkly Rabbit, but he was spitting some facts at the 7-Eleven creature. People have 100 more better things to do, in my opinion. I agree. Let's see. Laura J is asking, will Home Slice be house sitting for JM? I'm hearing people are dropping out. Is that true? It's hilarious. Okay, we got some Home Slice fans up in here. I love it. She doesn't have a house. That's her mom needs. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. And look, like it's so crazy. Nobody would be giving her shit about anything except that she's literally saying horrific things about everyone. And then it's like, well, then there's jokes to be said, Then we got jokes. So, yeah, victim. Absolutely. Always a victim. My cats are pushing my trivia cards on the floor. I can't make this shit up. Yeah, cats are crazy. I love them, but you cannot do anything. In order for me to do a puzzle, it was like they had to go in one room and then they were yelling at me because I put them in the room. So I understand. They're into everything. Even when I do my nails, they want into like my dip powder. Like, what are they going to do with that? That's not like, it doesn't even smell good. So I feel you. Okay. Yes, Home Slice. All the animals need to be fed. Val already fed her fish. Has she said anything else about that? I can't. Much like Jimmy, like the sound of her voice now, like I can't even I can listen to a clip from what is it? Snatch. I never remember the name. Somerset Snatch something. She's doing the Lord's work when she's clipping, so we don't have to listen to it. Sparkly also has an autoimmune disease. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is horrible. My mom has one as well, and they're definitely no joke. Definitely no joke. Nunya says, home slice. You made me laugh. House sitting skills are abrupt reproach. Exactly. Yeah, she never finishes anything. Home slice. Yes, thank you. I'm looking for a career that involves no skills and does not require picking up my dog shit. Yes. Also, I want to talk like it is the 80s with the radio, but there is no radio, but I'm still going to call it a radio show with no camera. I mean, like, what what are we doing? It's so weird. Oh, thank you. Prison Misty. Prison Misty, was that you? Did you hack the other Prison Misty today and write a post on her behalf? Asking for myself. Oh man, do I understand about feeling lousy? I too didn't feel good this morning, hence me not going to court, but I'm definitely going to keep trying to go. Yeah, like, and that's the thing is like, Alessa's girl, this isn't your job. You don't, I know that it's very personal, this case to you. But fortunately you can watch, you're interested in all of this, you can watch it on, with Queen Mel or Defense Diaries or whatever, but it's just different, I feel like, for her. And you can tell she's not into this. That's the thing, is because I used to watch her before I realized how vile she was. So you can tell when she is into something, she's not even remotely into this. So she doesn't want to be there. She knows her numbers are sucking. So that's she's only motivated by that. She's not motivated by like anything other than money, in my opinion. So yeah, she just, what I don't know about her lupus, but I know that it doesn't seem to bother her, a whole lot. And that's good, but whatever. It is what it is. She may be, and if she's feeling bad, I hope she feels better. But it also just looks like her not finishing anything, because that's what we've all seen, so. Sparkly Rabbit gifted 5 Common Sense Investigator memberships. Thank you so much. This is so kind and generous of you. Put your heart in the chat if you got one. I don't have my my iPad up, so I can't see who got them, but congratulations to the ones who received those memberships. Thank you, Sparkly. Jimmy's Membies was fun today. Oh, was it a Membies? Okay, excellent. Ola, I'm not wanting to actually do work and go to court. A trigger for a flare up. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But like, you can tell she's just not into it. And also 2 weeks ago she said she doesn't like covering trials. She doesn't like courts. She doesn't like courtrooms. And then she's gonna cover this one. Like, it's weird. Make it make sense, guys. I don't know. Oh yeah. Also, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. We're very, very close to 4K. I think we're less than, well, I don't know, we're about 30 away or so. So if you are new, welcome. It is free to subscribe, so please hit that button. KY Granny, how are you? It is good to see you. Jolene gave me a shout at saying she watched on Sparkly's show and about passed out. Yes, I know. I saw that. She follows everything, guys. That's what I love about her. She is so in the know about everything. And she's just fantastic. She had me rolling. And I don't even remember what specifically about, but my stomach hurt from laughing so hard. The good Missy says Kristen, the only one she has in this case. Like, yeah, she's so lazy. Mastiff Mama. I used to have a cat once who would turn off my CPAP machine while I was sleeping. Thank goodness I no longer need the CPAP machine. Oh my gosh. Some of like they're so smart too. Like it's crazy. That is hilarious, but also not hilarious at the same time. She was in J7's chat last night, egging it on. J7 was in Jimmy's Membies, and he put her in timeout. Her show tonight will no doubt be a shit show. Yeah, I won't be there. Like I can't. Like it's like a bit. It's not I can't take that like serious at all. I can't even. Like it's I don't even know. Bits and Bites. Hello. This is gonna end with Home Slice being Jess's stepdad. Oh gosh. Don't wish that upon him. Somerset Snatch Donkey. I thank you. I can never remember the pairing of that. Hello, Erin. Hello. Yeah. So if you're not following her, go follow her on Twitter. She is doing all the good work, not making us listen to anything, and we just get the parts we need. Side eye. She was setting it up for ducking out last 2 days. Oh, we should have placed bets. Yes. 100%. That's why it's like I don't know. Jess's ex Hubs is house sitting, and he is also hosting her show. I heard that. SD dropped out. Okay, that's what I thought. J7 and James Jackson on Friday. JJ he wants out allegedly. Okay, so I heard he dropped out, so he hasn't. Okay. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna go a little faster to catch up because I am very behind. JM plays J7, 11, like a fiddle, and takes her money at the same time. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I just wish I don't it's obvious like she's used to being treated like crap by people, and I hate that for her. But if you can't see that, like if she was throwing her under the bus a long time ago, and then she continually does it whenever it's convenient for her. I mean, like that's no friend, and I hate that she doesn't have better boundaries and self-respect for herself, that she doesn't realize that, but what can you do? Bless Texas, how are you? I am loving Home Slice. Yes, we are all a fan of the Home Slice over here. Lauren, I know JM's issue. It's menopause. John is trying. I have a special jelly for that. Sorry, I lost all couth. I just feel bad people coming here thinking they're getting like a serious stream where this one did not end up very serious. It's not my fault that nerd clusters have arsenic in them. Hey, dude, can we talk about why our food is shit here? Why is our food shit here? Everything has arsenic in it. It's wild. It's nuts. I don't understand it. It's like, why? Still trying to figure out why J7 staph infection has a microphone if she's gonna yell the entire time distorted. I can't. Everybody go give Chastity a sub on her YouTube. She sings like an angel. And she makes up fun songs. She's very talented. So go if one of my mods has her channel to drop in the channel, and Sparkly's as well. And Cyber Chick Boston. We like dropping all the channels. Home Slice, do you have a channel? What is your channel? And then we can drop it. We like supporting all the creators here. That's the thing. Like this is a place of love and community here, and all of the things. So if any of my mods can just drop everyone's. Just have edit. If you're new, go sub to everyone. It's a really great community. We like to support each other and cheer each other on. It's a good place here. So JJ went after Just J Hip and Ketchup's channel. Jay is beyond pissed. What did he? Why is he going after anyone? That's my question. Was it? Okay, we need someone to just clip everything so that I don't have to go watch these things. Like, we need a Somerset snatch donkey for like all of these things. I know nerd clusters are good. You guys know how to make a gal blush. Love CSI streams. Well, thank you, and thank you for being here. What is it just home slice? Is it home slice 705? I don't know. Kristen's doing work. She's gonna put it. Kristen will figure it out. Thank you, Kristen. And I think Miss Jess was here as well. If you're able, but we'd like to put everyone's up. Amazing, Kristen. We love you. Thank you. Put our girl Olap up, of course. Let's see. All right. Okay, Miss Jess is running errands. Kristen, you win mod of the day. We love you forever. Okay, there we go. Amazing. He did a show on James Jackson where he cut himself on a broken pick. There's so many little like new channels that are popping up that are really good and really funny. I gotta go give them some love and watch that. We love your perspective, Lauren. Keep it up. Keep it coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's up, Andrea? No, that's fine. We listen. I feel bad for people coming in. They were thinking they were getting a serious stream. Chat decided we were not talking serious shit. So it's kind of gone off the rails. We did talk a little Clancy. We haven't even talked about Nolan Wells. We're gonna have to do a little bit of that as well. What's up, Kazi? Hello. How are we? Okay, great. Yes. Sub to Home Slice, sub to everybody that Kristen's dropping in the chat. We like to support everyone. If you're not sub to Kazi can drop his own link and everyone go sub to Kazi. He is a hoot and funny and just a good, nice guy as well. Yes, Kazi G doing the damn thing with the Lindsay Stacchini and TB thing. Yeah, his chat the other night, the stream the other night, just showing the manipulation was fantastic. Again, people like that just make me, I can't, like, I want to support all women, but you can't support that. That's gross. Like, the manipulation that is going on there is disgusting. So, I have just as much content as the read files, y'all. What happened to them? I mean, what is happening? I feel like they could at least give us like something, like tell us why it's not happening, like an update, like, I don't know, maybe every 6 months or something. Like, maybe that's not too much to ask. I don't know. That was, my God. And they have a studio, like they did all that work and then there's like nothing. I'm so confused by it. Very weird. Yeah, bites and bits. That's no joke. Hi, Lauren. So, wait. So, no, Clancy just got here and I can't hear about this case at all. Nada hurts. Yeah. So do I rewind it all? Mary, I am on this channel. I'm not getting into anything super sad, super graphic. That is, if people want to watch the case, they can watch the case, but I'm just doing highlights. Basically, what I was talking about was my opinion of it, the prosecution, and how I feel like it's a joke. There was a couple other things I was going to add, and I will do so. A Lester's girl said, I am home now. If you decide to dip into Clancy, shoot me a link. Yes. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that. We won't get into anything crazy. I know a lot of you, it's awful. There's hardly a case that's going to be worse than this. It's the worst of the worst. But I know I'm interested in what the jury was doing. And our girl, a Lester's girl here, was in the courtroom, had a good view of the jury. So let's pick her mind a little bit. Mary, is Baker okay? Just saw experts notice. Yeah. What do they think it possibly is? Pancreatitis? Is that what it was? Side Jess? Side Jess. Side eyes. What the heck? And so he's right where he needs to be. They're taking care of him. He's okay. Just, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. So do you accept my quesadilla? I do not. It is non-consensual scissoring, Prison Misty. You can't do that. You have to get the consent, I love you, but not like that. Okay. All right. What's up, Steven? Yes, it is good to hear. For sure. Yeah, pancreatitis. Okay, perfect. So let's see. So I'm just letting you guys know I get those aura migraines sometimes where my vision kind of does funky stuff for about 30 minutes. Non-consensual quesadilla. Yes. I am getting one of those. So me reading the comments is a little bit like weird. I'm having it's so weird. It looks like blurry. It looks like light is in there. So I'm going to send a link to a Lester's girl. I'm just going to put it in the chat. Actually, and I'm going to see if she wants to hop up here with me. We'll talk a little bit about that, but we're not getting into anything depressing. The thought I wanted to say for the prosecution too that I mentioned, I don't know if any of you noticed this, let me know if you did. They're playing off the emotion, right? This case everyone is going to have a hard time separating the emotion of this case. And that's what you have to do as jurors. You have to go by the law. So, it's to me, they're just playing off of that. They're playing off of what a horrific tragedy this was, and they want the win because to them it's a win. The prosecutor got up there. One of the first things she said was that Cora loved bows, right? She was wearing a big bow that looked like a childlike bow. I was like, that's weird, but all right. And then the next day, she's wearing an even bigger, brighter bow it looks like a child's bow. You didn't know this child. Stop playing off of the sympathy of the jurors. That is not what a trial is about. It is about the facts and the law. And this lady is coming up there every day with a freaking big ass bow, a child looking bow in her hair. And to me, that's the things I see. And I'm like, I pick up on that stuff. I'm sure that somebody on the jurors picking up on that. Stop. You didn't know this child. Also, the kid's father, the one that you have the bow in your hair for, the child's father is on the mom's side. So you're not doing anybody any favors. This lady is not going anywhere. She is going to be confined for the rest of her life. So why are you trying to make it something it's not? This woman needs help. Put her in a mental institution where she can get some help that she deserves to get. It's gross. I can't even read what's going on here very well. Hey, Lauren, my favorite tooth fairy. Hello. I will give you all the monies for the teeth. Brush and floss, guys. Let me go up here. I can't really see what you guys are saying super easily, but all right. Anyways, that's just something I picked up on. I don't know if you guys picked up on it as well, but again, it's like, what are you doing? Yeah, there's no winners here. There's just not. And again, I just think if the father is not, he can forgive to whatever extent he's forgiven, and he knows that she did what she did because she was very sick. Who are we to say like she did this on purpose, some strategic thing, when the evidence just isn't there, in my opinion? Now, this is a case that brings a lot of opinions out, but and every opinion is welcome here, but that is mine. And so, all right, the stream is jumping. Wait, is it jumping for anyone else? I don't know. Yeah, KY Granny, she was on a cocktail of medicine, and it was medicines that shouldn't have been prescribed together, in my opinion. There was extremely high doses of things. She was a small lady. Like, I mean, it was just, there's so much going on. Postpartum can do crazy things to people anyways, just postpartum alone. It was a horrible thing. And I fully believe that she was in postpartum psychosis, and it's heartbreaking. Let's see. All right, I'm going to send this link. Okay. Yes, try that. I don't know. No one else has said it is, so I don't know. Maybe it's just yours. Yes, come back and go in and come back out. All right, let's see here. Invite a guest. Copy. All right, Lesser, I am putting this in the chat for you. Hop on and tell us everything. All right. Yeah, I agree, Nunya. Yeah. Good luck. He was as cool as a cucumber. I don't know, God bless him. I like how he stayed that calm. My heart just went out to him. I can't even imagine. As an RN, I will say she was in postpartum psychosis 100%. Yeah, I completely agree. And I think a lot of us feel that way. People who have done a lot of research and know things about mental health and all that. And I just the way that the prosecutor is trying to describe a psychosis, like it would have slurred speech, and that's not how that works, ma'am. Like, at least do your research before you try a case on something and you sound ridiculous, because that's, to me, in my opinion, some of the stuff she was saying, she was sounding crazy. All right, guys, welcome to the show. Amy, a Lesser's girl. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
You can hear me okay?
I can. How about the chat? We got thumbs up if we can hear her good. All right. So, yes, you had a inside seat in the courtroom yesterday. Oh no, we lost her. Let me resend it. All righty. Okay. Posting it in there again for you. Okay, everybody could hear. Awesome. Well, Miss Jess, she started off like her closing arguments talking about Cora liked big bows, so I feel like it was that, but it could be both. I don't know. I don't. This lady drives me nuts. Hello.
I'm back again. I bounced myself out somehow.
No worries. It happens. It happens. Yeah. So you had an inside seat there in the courtroom.
I did. I did up until I choked on a cough drop and had to get walked out by several court officers. Couldn't breathe. It was very embarrassing.
They like made you leave with the coffee?
I literally could not breathe, so I got up and had my hands on my chest, like in the choking symbol. Sorry, I reach for words sometimes. So
no, you're fine. Okay, so that makes sense. I was like, okay, they were being nice to you. Okay, good. I was like, that's very strict if they're like making you leave because you cough.
No.
Okay, awesome, good. I like that better then. Okay, yeah. So tell us everything. What did you notice about the jury?
Oh gosh, it was such a wide variety of people. I mean, there there was one very little old lady who was just kind of leaning over in her seat most of the time, with obviously very dyed black hair.
Uh-huh.
And there was a gentleman who looked like he belonged with the Grateful Dead. um, there was one man. I don't know. He and not to say he was not good looking, but he looked like he had been hit in the face with a shovel. Like it was just a very flat profile.
Okay. All right.
um,
Okay.
we had one woman that looked like the manager that every Karen wants to talk to.
Okay. Okay. Did Jess go
Um,
talk to her later? She probably will.
Probably will later.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Um, and then there was the face toucher. He could not keep his hands off his face, much like the glare.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
joking. Yeah.
Well, so that is like a body language thing for comfort, like usually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that makes sense with this
Absolutely.
trial. It
Yep.
totally checks out.
Um,
Yeah.
there were two men who constantly took notes.
Okay.
They both seemed very, very young, and like they had no idea about meds and pregnancy and all of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were more on the negative side of things in terms of being on the prosecution side. I'm also a former nurse. I had to
Okay.
stop when I got sick, so I couldn't do that anymore.
We love our
Um,
nurses. We love you guys.
um, what else did we have? There was one lady who looked like she could have been a kindergarten teacher. She looked
Okay.
very kind and sweet, just nice. Um,
Excellent.
what else did we have? There was one woman who looked like an actress, and I can't remember who the actress was. Not Jane Fonda, but gosh, I feel like her name was Jane. But she looked very cool and maybe not so forgiving, but maybe
Okay.
she's lightening up after. I mean, these people have only been there for 3 days,
Sure.
so
What age group was she in, would you say?
she looked older.
Okay.
No, I mean, maybe closer to my age because I'm older.
Okay.
um, let's see what else. I don't know. One guy, my brain just kept thinking Bean. His name was Bean, or his nickname was Bean. I don't know why. He had a really bad comb over, but he's very
Oh,
young,
okay.
so I don't
Okay.
know. It was another guy who looked like my friend Sean, so I'm just gonna call him Sean.
Sean. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's see.
And was anybody overtly like emotional when all of this stuff was going on?
I missed the morning when the 911 call was played. So I
Okay.
kind of glad I didn't want to be there,
Yeah.
but I came in for the afternoon of that. So you could tell some people were ruffled. Some of the women's faces looked like they'd been crying.
Okay.
And you could see some of the gentlemen, maybe especially Grateful Dead guy, seemed like he would have been more emotional. I mean, he was older and had very long hair, long grayish hair, and he just seemed like he was more in touch with his feelings and maybe the situation that could be going on with Lindsay.
Let me ask you this. So when
So,
in the afternoon was Cross, right? Reddington
yeah,
Cross, the husband.
yes.
How were they reacting to that? Was there a lot of note taking? I thought Reddington had a lot of really great points that kind of disputed everything that the Commonwealth was trying to say. I just wondered
Yes.
kind of what their reaction to that was.
Yes, they were very diligently paying attention. They were taking notes. I mean, people couldn't really take their eyes off of him. Earlier, I had noticed, some of us staring out at the audience, well, people in the benches, and sometimes looking at Lindsay. Just a few really looked at Lindsay. A couple of times, it was like they had embarrassment of looking at her, I guess.
Okay.
Um, but he did have some really great points, and especially when he had the moment when he said, "I'll tell you what the email was
Oh
about."
my God.
That was
I
great.
love him.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That was fantastic.
yeah. I actually have a kind of a closer connection to him than most people might think. His nephew was my roommate for a while.
Yes, you shared that with me. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That
I
is
rented the
amazing.
house. Yeah. Um,
Definitely a very smart family.
I don't know if I'd say that about the nephew, but
Oh, was he the one that was a lawyer too, or no?
no, definitely
Okay.
not. No.
Okay. Okay.
Um, yeah. Um, I have so many notes. Trying to go back. It just all of his points just seem so great go back against the prosecution, and people were really like paying attention. I'm not sure, however, if some people were a little bit taken aback by him in the beginning. Like, I don't know, the prosecution just seemed to lay out everything in like such a fact-wise manner, but it really was just a lot of bullshit, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny that it was their evidence, their discovery, that they found out the actual truth of what was Googled, like with the manners of whatever, because of an artist that Clancy, the husband, was listening to at that time, that committed suicide or whatever. Like that stuff they should know. That's their discovery that they had access to. And it's like they didn't do the research to find out what it really was. It just was a bad look, in my opinion.
Yes, and that fracture that she has in her spine is a fracture that you would get from like jamming your head into your body. Like she fell on her head. Clearly, I think he needs to explain that better. He named the fracture, but nobody might not know that if they're not, in medicine or in the healthcare field, and even some
Well,
people then wouldn't know.
so I had heard that she was banging her head on the ground when she realized she didn't actually, do what she was intending to do. I hope that he does lay that out, because that to me is powerful, what you're saying, from that type of an injury.
I heard that somewhere too, but was that in evidence? I might have missed it in my coughing, but I don't know how she could really have been doing that with the state her body was in. The pictures were
Okay.
brutal.
I heard that, I want to say, was it on Melanie's? I don't know, but I'm not sure. I don't think I heard that straight from court, so I'm not sure. If anyone is in the chat who knows better, I want to make sure that these are accurate things, but if she wasn't able to do that with the injury, then that would, obviously change things. But it's so interesting getting a nurse's perspective on this too. You have that and you bring that to us, which is great as well.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, Bites and Bits wants to say, did it seem like they are buying what the prosecutor was selling?
I think maybe some of them are, especially maybe the younger men. But I think once Reddington got up and kind of had his little bit of a say, I feel like he's going to have a lot more to say with coming experts, especially the doctor that he's bringing on. I forget his name.
Zizel?
Zizel, yeah.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, I think he'll have quite a bit to say about that. I thought it was despicable that he came across the drawer full of meds and the sleep mask and the spray and everything, and the cops didn't take any of that.
Nothing.
Yeah, for him to have found it and not them is just, I was beside myself seeing that, and taking every bottle out one by one and just showing it to the jury showed that maybe the police didn't do such an excellent job. And
Yeah.
I have no complaints about the police in Duxbury. I live close by, but I feel like they're a smaller police force, and they don't have maybe as many experts in terms of detectives and whatnot as some of the larger towns in the area.
Yeah, I think anything's a step up from what Canton did, which was nothing. But yeah, it was definitely not a good look that they didn't take any of that.
Yeah. Um,
Someone is
just-
saying they dated Patrick's sister Erin in 2003.
oh wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you, Steve, for sharing that. How did you feel Patrick came off on the stand? You were there.
Patrick seemed not combative, but I can't think of the right word. But he just didn't want to be there answering the prosecution's questions. It just seemed as though he felt like they were unnecessary, and they went too far into things that really had no business being in the courtroom, like asking about whether he ate chicken nuggets out of a bowl or a plate was just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I hope the jury remembers things like that she went so far into ridiculous things. And I feel like they opened up a little bit more once Reddington came on and kind of talked with some sense. But I mean, I have to say I'm biased. But definitely lean in Lindsay's on Lindsay's side. I had postpartum depression twice with two of my girls. I have 3 kids too, so this kind of hit me hard when I heard about it first.
Sure.
I believe I was recovering from some surgery, so I watched quite a bit of that when it first opened up on TV. Yeah, he did seem like it was very unnecessary for him to relive all that, and you could see he was clearly irritated. He was self-soothing. He was taking very deep breaths. When he walked out, it seemed as though he was really trying hard not to burst into crying and just breathing with a heavy, deep breath, like
Yes.
huffing. It was just really sad to see. His grief encompasses the room. It's palpable. You could feel just between the two of them, Lindsay and Patrick, this how incredibly sad they both were. Like, this should not have happened, and I don't think it was her fault. I think it was the medicines that she was taking. A lot of those meds, even if she took them for a short term, they have half-lives or whatever that. Sorry, again, I'm reaching for a word. I've been trying to think of it all day, but they have lives that will last in your system longer than when you're just taking them. Like, some of them take 2 weeks to work even, and then once they finally start to work, they will last in your system for longer than you're taking them. And then to add on another one and another one and another one.
Yes.
I've taken some of those drugs, and some of the, like the Seroquel that she took had me sleeping 20 hours a day. So she must have been in a really bad place for it to not hit her. She was, young and thin and in good shape. I can't imagine how some of those drugs didn't knock her out for weeks at a time.
Yeah, I know. And then, not sleeping on top of it, like, that's enough to make people feel crazy, awful, alone, just no sleep.
Absolutely.
She just had so much going on. It's awful. Somebody just tried to pop up. I'm not sure. Someone came up trying to pop on. They looked very official. I don't know who they were though. So I don't know who that is. You're welcome to tell me who you are in the chat and to see if you want to come up, but I don't know who you are, so I can't just let you up. But I know this case is very, personal to you, and I love that you're going, and you want to be there and relate and see what's happening in your town, and that's amazing. So I would love to have you back on and hear about what the jurors are doing and the reactions again, if you want to do it.
Absolutely, that sounds great.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Amy.
Yeah,
We
no
all
problem.
love that insight from the courtroom.
Yeah, I just wanted to also say that Reddington showed very clearly that she was a very dedicated mom in terms of the scheduling and how much she cared about her children. She may have had a little resentment for having the older kids, but that's always tough when you have a baby who needs tremendous amount of care and then older kids and toddlers who need more, just as much care, but in different ways. It's hard to tear yourself from one thing to another. But
Sure.
I'd
And
be happy to come back.
yeah, I would love it. I would love it. And you're right. I think he did a great job. And postpartum makes you feel certain ways. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
just I feel bad. It's not anything that anyone wants to go through. But so many people do. So it's a good thing that this is shedding light on it. People are wanting to come out and talk more about it, which is good for everyone. So thank you for coming up and talking about it and your
You're
experience there,
welcome.
and can't wait to have you back.
Maybe next time I'll be on cam.
Yeah, no worries. If you want to, you are more than welcome to, but if not, no big deal either. We are just appreciative that you're sharing your insight from the courtroom. So
Yeah, that sounds great.
thank you, Amy.
Bye-bye. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Awesome. Big shout out to Amy, a Lesser's girl in the chat, for coming on and sharing what she noticed about the jurors. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know who that was, guys. It looked like somebody that had a YouTube channel. They had like a official mic and like a good background and stuff. But I don't know. I did not recognize the name like at all. And I'm like, well, I can't bring you up here. Like, you could do crazy things. So yeah, if you're here, just tell me who you are and a little about yourself, and you might just bring you up. But you looked very official. It was cute, but I don't know who you are. Hi Mia, how are you? Hello everyone. Kubi, how are ya? Yes, Amy is a sweetheart for sure. All right. Everyone thanking you for your perspective. Fantastic. Yes, we love hearing stuff like that. All right, guys. So for the Nolan Wells update, you know who Officer Tatum, the one that we were watching together, for those of you who were here, he went out to Horn Island and like kind of showed us, and I got a different perspective of what I was thinking. It was, excuse me, I didn't sleep much again last night. So I learned a lot from his video of what the island actually looked like. He interviewed some of Nolan's friends. And he's been covering it like no one has. I think he's done pretty good coverage. He's reached out to Crump and his law firm multiple times for comment, to see if they would come and talk with him. They also have some information they wanted to share with him, and I think like 2 or 3 emails went unanswered, and then like finally like the 3rd or 4th one, they got a response. It was like, we understand that you want to speak to Mr. Crump. And then the next sentence was like, but the parents are not doing interviews at this time, which isn't accurate because they're like on all the other shows. And he wasn't asking to speak with the parents. So it was weird. Like they're not wanting anything to do with him. But also like there's not a whole lot new. It's just more friends have kind of come out and had spoken to him, and I don't know. I just think it's a rush to judgment. I also still see absolutely no race being an issue in this case. This is not one of those cases. There certainly are. What is that? Yes. So Nolan Wells is the young man that is on the thumbnail for this, the handsome black young man with the other guy. I think they're like posing for prom. He went out on the 4th of July with his buddies to celebrate July on an island off of the coast of Mississippi, like 10 miles out. It was an island that they would go to and hang out, everybody drinking, listening to music, all that stuff. And they were on one of the boats. There was 3 boats of people that they were in their actual group there. There was a lot of other boats there, but they were one of 3 boats there for their little group. And excuse me again, that boat started taking in water, and it was like filling up over like the battery or the engine or something. I don't remember exactly. So they had to call the Coast Guard to get a tow. And then somebody ended up towing them. They have like a photo of it and everything. Like all of that checks out. And they ended up leaving the island. Well, Nolan was there, and he had met a girl that he was like clicking and vibing with. And they were being like affectionate towards each other. So Nolan allegedly, according to them, said like, no, I'll catch a ride with, someone else. And people didn't have their phones really on them. They would get them to take a picture and then put them back in the boat, which if you are around water or boats, that's exactly what you do. I know that very well. But he ended up leaving his phone on the boat. So the phone went with the boys when they left in kind of a hurry to try to get in before the boat took on all the water. Anyways, that all checks out. There's not video, but recordings of them calling the Coast Guard and all of that. So like all of that story checks out. And their story is Nolan stayed there. But the parents and Crump kind of put out a narrative that like they did something, like something happened, and the boys are like, whatever, that they erased his Snapchat on his phone, that they didn't want to give him the phone, all of this stuff. But like there's been sightings and like evidence that Nolan was on the island after the boys left. I mean, there were still other people there, but I think there was like 7 of them that left. Like they appear to have all been gone, and they all interviewed. I think every single one of them took a stress test, not exactly a lie detector test, but a like stress analysis voice test. When they interviewed with the police, all except one did that, and it was the judge's son. So it's not shocking he didn't do it. Those are not used in court, and probably smart not to do it, right? But the other boys all did it. Everyone was interviewed. Everyone's been cooperative. In fact, the boy, the judge's son, I don't know if his father is still married to the judge or not, but they put out like a $50,000 reward saying, we want to know just as much as everyone else does what happened to him. Like these boys were friends. We want to know. But there's been this whole thing with Crump pushing this race narrative where, the sheriff, I will say the sheriff has to own it. And I don't think he has owned it. And I don't think that's helping anything. The sheriff basically said to the family and everybody an hour after his body was found, 2 days later, basically Nolan he just didn't make it back to the island. So no one knows what happened, but he never made it back from the island. And the boys who originally left to get the boat to shore, that young man was the first to call Nolan's mom that night and said, hey, we haven't heard from Nolan. We have his phone. He didn't come with us. He stayed on the island. But we haven't heard from him. And like some of the other people came to get their phones that were on the boat that they left on the boat too. And we just haven't. So like, we're kind of worried, but he's probably on a couch somewhere, but like also we're kind of worried. And they had a 5-minute phone call Then he called the Coast Guard, this young man, to report him missing. Talked to the Coast Guard for like 20 minutes, and then he called the mom back and they spoke for like 30 minutes. So this young man was contacting his parents, like, and so this whole narrative was out there that these kids, because they were white, did something to this black young man, when they were all very close friends, and they had other friends in the group that were black and Mexican, and it seems like this group of friends didn't even see color. They just were a group of guys. I think a lot of them played football, that were just friends. They were humans. Like, that's how they viewed each other. It wasn't race. And so Crump kind of pushed this whole narrative on this case. And look, there are cases that are 100% race, and race plays a huge part. This is not one of them. And Crump has really kind of caused a divide down there in Mississippi. And it's just, I felt like there was some things that were weird because of the press conferences and the things that Crump was saying. But now I'm kind of feeling a different way. Now that doesn't mean that, it could have been a drowning. I still have questions, right? Like, because there was a lot of people on the island. Why didn't someone see him? He was struggling. He was an avid swimmer. He was an athlete. I still have questions, but these particular kids, like, it appears that they were long gone and they didn't have anything to do with it. So he was, let's see, I saw a pic of Al Sharpton. He's always steering the race shit. Yeah, and look, like, there are cases, like, they did really good work for, like, the Ahmaud Arbery case, because that case was disgusting. It was a race case. They hunted that man like an animal. And I love that they have, they're advocates for things like that, but not every case is race. And this one, to me, in my opinion, is so far from racial. And they just keep pushing this narrative, and it's gross. So the more that he's saying, he's also just saying inaccurate things, like the Navy. Oh my goodness, the Cajun Navy said that he was fully clothed, but they never said he was fully clothed, which would also indicate maybe some foul play. That's weird that you're going to drown fully clothed when you have no shirt on in all the other pictures. So there's some weird stuff, right? But then you find out, okay, that actually wasn't what happened. The Cajun Navy didn't say he was fully clothed. They said he was in shorts, his trunks, when he was found. So it's just, I had one opinion of this case, and I've been watching videos. I've been watching the officer. Why am I blanking? I just said his name. Officer, somebody who put it in the chat. And he actually took us to the island and showed that there are actual waves on this little island, and there could have been undertows. There's evidence that on the other side of the island, there are really bad rip tides sometimes. So, I had a different perspective of the island than I had in my head. Officer Tatum, thank you. And, I don't agree with everything that he stands for, right? But he also is right about some things. And I feel like in this case, he has it right. Like, now could have someone else done something to him once these kids left? Yeah, he was still with a bunch of friends. He was still with this girl that he was interested in, that he had just met. It's possible something happened to him at the hands of someone else on the island, but it's also possible that he drowned, and we don't know that. There's just no evidence yet of anything crazy. And so the parents, I give them grace, but at the same time, they're pushing the narrative that now basically Nolan wasn't good friends with these boys. And it's it's like they're, these boys are showing all these pictures with them. They went to prom together. They were on the same football team. They hung out like multiple times a week. Like they were friends. It's very obvious they were friends. And they're now saying like weird stuff that doesn't coincide with them. I don't find it honest. Like they're saying that the boys and the boys' families never reached out to them. Well, that was proven false. They provided evidence showing that I think 3 families reached out to them and said, "Hey, if you want to talk, whenever you want to talk, like let let me know. Let me know if I can, do anything." And one even said, "Hey, we need to talk." And the mom just never responded, which is, you can understand she's grieving, but also she's wanting to know what happened to her son. You'd think maybe she would reach out and inquire about anybody that might shed any light on it. It's just weird, and I give the family grace because they're going through a lot, but I think that they are probably being misled by Crump. I wasn't a huge fan of him. I think he's done good work on a couple of cases, but not every case is race. It's just not. Um, so I'm not the biggest fan of him, but you know, I, after I'm seeing a lot more of the evidence, these kids are talking and they don't have to. And it was making me nervous. I'm like, why are they doing that? But the kid was well spoken and then it's very clear he has nothing to hide. He's like, you can take my phone, you can do all of these things. Like I didn't do anything. Also, Nolan's phone had a code on it, like they couldn't have even got in it if they wanted to. They didn't delete anything. This is just a narrative that's coming from their civil attorney. This, Crump is not even a criminal attorney. He's a civil attorney. So it's it's just very divisive. And this seems to be a community that race is not an issue. They like each other because they like each other. They have similar interests and they're just friends. They see each other as humans. And that's like what we should all strive for. And so like they're pushing this race narrative where it's not anything, there's just nothing there with it. So it's kind of crazy. But Jess, I agree. I mean, kind of maybe why they were told not to go to the funeral. I agree. I again, like I said, the more I'm seeing on this case, I am seeing a lot of things that I wasn't originally seeing. I don't think it was the best look for them not to go, but you can understand why they didn't. And there's a lot of things that I was kind of leaning towards at first that now, once more things have come out, I'm not leaning towards that anymore. So it's definitely interesting, and that's why it's important, I feel like, to keep an open mind on cases, because one thing can appear one way, and when one party is speaking, which is really what we were hearing first, was from the family and Crump. And it was looking like very sus. Like there was a lot of things that didn't seem to add up. But then as more starts coming out, it's like, wait, oh, that's why that was that way? Well, that wasn't true at all. Like, and so, it's why it's important to keep an open mind on things and never be, too dug in to like change your mind if you see evidence of something different. Let's see. That just makes it harder when race is an issue. Right. And it's like, why are we making race an issue when it's not? It's just gross. Also, these kids are like, they're like 18. They're young kids. There's a mixed guy that was in the group that was very close to Nolan. And he interviewed with Officer Tatum. He's very, very well spoken and, said the same thing. Like, we loved him. Like, we were all like good friends. We would have never done anything. He also interviewed with the police, took that stress analysis test, all of that. Apparently, because he was interviewed on Officer Tatum's, people like restaurants and stuff are refusing to serve this kid. He's 18. For what? Like, there is no evidence that they did anything. Now, if there is evidence that comes to light, okay. But like, they are villainizing these young men when there's zero evidence. We don't have the evidence that anything other than a possible drowning happened yet. I think everybody on the island, everyone that they were with needs to be interviewed, all of that stuff. But these kids were off the island hours before, when Nolan was seen alive. I mean, it's crazy to me. Let's see. Okay, Tammy, you did say that. Let me go look. I didn't see your email when I looked earlier, but let me check again. Oh, yes, here it is. So the Facebook one, it wouldn't let me go to the video that you shared. Hold on. Okay. Is this information that you're okay with me sharing, or would you not like me to share it? You let me know. I don't want to do anything that makes you uncomfortable. Yes, Courtney, he is waiting for a room and everything is okay. They're thinking it's pancreatitis. But he's apparently in good spirits. We're just keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. Hopefully he is on some good pain medicine, because I'm, hearing that it's very painful. But he is right where he needs to be, and we're all keeping our thoughts and prayers with him, but he's doing okay. You just let me know, Tammy. Tammy sent me some information. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So I'm gonna read it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Tammy has a brother down there. Old biker said, yeah, he got a wig and makeup allegedly. He hasn't responded in the last few hours, probably sleeping. Yep. Yeah, I reached out to him as well. Hopefully they're doing some tests and he's getting some rest. But he's right where he needs to be, in the place that they can help him and take care of him. So, and it is 2:30 a.m. right now. Zach is informing us too. So, yes, if we get any updates too, like, that's what is great about the community. I'm sure everybody will share them, because we're all worried and want to know he's doing good and feeling better and all that stuff. So so Tammy has a brother that lives down there in Mississippi, and she said she talked to her brother. She said people, I guess, are trying to make it a race thing. Crump is messing up investigation, or did. Her niece dated Nolan's cousin, per her sister-in-law. My brother stated that Tyler Perry paid for the funeral, which is very kind of him. Let's see here. He was saying his parents are making lots of money off of all of this. GoFundMe's he started was like $1 million. He stated some black guy, couldn't remember the name, but he was investigating it, came from somewhere. That might be Officer Tatum, probably. Yep. His friends didn't go to the funeral, as they were getting death threats if they went, which was also something that he said. And again, Side Eyes was like, yeah, I get it. And they would have been looked at. And I'm like, but it still was a bad look. But now I'm coming more to appreciate Side Eye's view. It's a wild place right now, apparently, for these young men. So it's, I understand it more now why they didn't go. Um, okay, let's see. Where did I leave off here? Nolan stayed at the island because of the girl. All of his friends said he wouldn't leave the island because of her. I guess there was another party going on, and the girl and him hooked up. She was a white girl, and they were not sure if and what happened after they left. Yeah, I did see a picture of the girl. Very, very cute girl. I will say that is one thing I don't agree with Officer Tatum on. I don't know. Apparently, there's just a lot of hate going on about all these things. Hi, Beach Girl. About all the kids, about this girl. Yeah, allegedly some intercontinental finger possibly going on. Allegedly. So there's a lot of hate towards the girl and all the kids and everything like that. And there was pictures, like one picture of her and like her ex-boyfriend, and then there was like allegedly a newer picture or whatever. But Officer Tatum's like, these don't look like the same girls. Like, there's no way. I disagree. It's clearly the same girl, but I don't know what that had to do with anything, so I'm not sure. Like, it's just apparently like online drama that's going on. But I disagree with them on that. It's the same girl. But yes, Katie, I think was her name. But let's see. They weren't sure what happened after they left. My sister-in-law stated he didn't drown, no water in the lungs. Nolan's father was questioning why his friends left him there. That they all should have come back together, but his mom was making a bigger thing about it. My brother stated that Nolan's case has really become a big thing now, riots, etc. Anyways, that's all I have from my brother. Thank you so much, Tammy. So that is information that I had not heard, and I don't know. This is what is coming from her family, so I can't confirm any of that, especially with the no water in the lungs thing. I think that we, unless she has some kind of inside knowledge or whatever, we don't know that yet. And I know for the independent autopsy that was done, the throat was not even sent to them, so they weren't even able to see that for themselves. But we are waiting on the autopsy that was performed there by the local authorities to confirm or deny any of that. They allegedly sent the throat to go and do further testing, so apparently they found something there that they wanted to investigate more and sent it there. So let's see. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Tammy. I did a live on Justin last night. Absolutely livid that he is back at work. Like nothing happened. Anyways, thank you so much for that information. It's always good to hear like from people down locally what's going on. And it's good to like always get different sides of the stories. And I know we had some people pop in here that were new to the channel, that were local, kind of telling us it's bad down there right now. Like it's really divisive. And they don't personally feel like the community is, racist at all. Like they feel like it's a very good community. So it just seems like Crump is pushing a certain agenda. I don't know. That's how it seems. Also, like these boys left. Like they left. If maybe someone else did something to him, maybe he drowned. I have questions about the drowning because there's a lot of people. Could it happen where nobody saw it and he just drowned? Yes. I think it's less likely that happened, but it's possible. It could happen. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone say that there was, any kind of tides or currents there that day. The picture that I saw, the water looked fairly calm. It didn't look like there was waves coming in or anything like that. I don't know, but they're going to be able to tell all that stuff. And people down there, they have experts with tides and all of that stuff that can come. And I just hope that they're doing it. This whole thing kind of got started with the sheriff, who, like, an hour after they found Nolan, was like, "Yep, everything looks like it was, a typical drowning, like no foul play, suspected at all, like kind of we're done here." And rightfully so, the parents were like, "Absolutely not." The sheriff messed up, in my opinion, and he needs to own it. He needs to come out and say that, and I don't think he has. And so hopefully, like, they're having an actual independent, people not involved, come in and look it over thoroughly. So, yeah, they haven't given any updates from the local authorities or anything like that. But Zach, are you behaving? I don't know what's happening, but Kristen's telling you to behave. So, yeah, KY Granny. I don't know. I just hate it. Like, listen, we have enough divide in this country that we just don't need that kind of stuff. If race is not an issue, don't make it an issue. Like, it seemed like these kids had this group of friends that were great. They seemed like they loved one another, didn't care about the color of each other's skin, like it's supposed to be, and it's like, why are you bringing this in when it doesn't seem to have anything to do with it? Let's see. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? Good to see you. Let's see, guys. All right, let me see. Let me check. Okay. I was thinking it was now, but it is not. Unless you guys have anything you would like to talk about, I don't really have anything else. I just wanted to kind of hop on and go over those two items, and just hang out with you guys a little bit. If there's anything else you guys would like to talk about, let me know. We can totally do that. Make sure to keep Baker in your thoughts and prayers. Also tonight, let's see, Lauren, can you share a funny PI story? Ooh, funny PI story. I'll have to think about it. Most of the cases I do are not really funny. Trying to think. Yeah, most of them are not really funny. I'm sure that there's like funny aspects of it, but I would have to think about it. Most of the stuff I do, I don't have any fun cow stories like Lori does. Do you have a link for your Court TV appearance? I do not have a link because it was live. I did it live. Now it may re-air. I'm not sure. It may re-air might be on right now, actually. You could check Court TV right now. Let me see. They've changed. Everything has changed. Everything has changed now that Law and Crime has it. So like all of this stuff is different. Let's see. Let me see. It is live right now. I have the clip.
It's January.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to post it. They sent me the one that I was on last week, and I clipped it, and I need to post that one to like YouTube. I meant to do that yesterday and didn't. No, it's not live right now, so I don't know. It said 8, I believe. I think it's live 8 Central, but also it's live when I did it, and I went 4 my time, so it would have been 5 Central. I really don't know. Like, the new programming is very confusing. I was on with Cody today. I don't know if you know Cody. He's fantastic. Cody Thomas. He's one of my buddies over there. But Vinny had the night off, but last week I was on with Vinny. I'll post that. And what's this? Let's see. What is this? I don't know. Let's see. Let me copy this and see. Well, let me copy it. DM me can you DM it to me on Twitter and I'll copy it and look at it. What's going on with Baker? We are his support. Yeah, so it looks like he has pancreatitis. He last we heard he was waiting for a room, but he most likely has one now. It's like early morning there. So hopefully he's sleeping, or they're running some tests, but he's right where he needs to be, and he's gonna get it taken care of. I'm hopeful that they have him on some good drugs so that he's able to get some sleep and rest, because I'm hearing it's very painful. But they're thinking it's pancreatitis. So yes, and he's not obviously going to be on for a few days, and so just keep him in your prayers and thoughts and all the good vibes his way. But I'm sure that as soon as we all get any updates, we'll keep everyone posted, because we know everybody is worried and thinking about him. So let me go here to Twitter. Miss Joss, if you can send it to me on the Twitter, we will see. Let me check. Yeah, I don't know with the new programming. Oh, I left Twitter. Oh, okay. You can message me on YouTube Messenger. Where's YouTube Messenger? Miss Jess, I don't know anything. Let me see. Why can I not copy that? I feel like I should be able to copy that. Can I not show? Okay. Oh, that's frustrating. Can Krista send it? If she knows how, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. That they've changed the whole thing. Like, it used to be very easy. Like, you just 8:00 he was on. For me, it was 7, and okay, I'm just gonna watch him at this time. And then it was easy to tell people, hey, I'm on tonight. It was easy to post it on my Facebook to my friends and family, like, hey, I'm on tonight, and then they just go and tune into Court TV on the TV. I know that it is streaming now on YouTube. Actually, maybe on YouTube. Let's check it out. Could be. I know it's streaming. They have more options now with their YouTube stuff, so it could be there, but it should be on regular TV as well. Let's see. I know I'm probably frozen, so let's see here. Okay. So I'm their Court TV website here is showing an hour ago the actual trial, 8 a.m., more trial stuff, but I don't see anything, and I don't see anything live. Let me see. Can I go here and it's giving me more options? Let's see. No, it's 8 a.m., 6 hours ago. There wouldn't have been any of those. Why is this so difficult? I don't understand. Let me go to Vinny's channel. I know there's a way to watch it online, but it also should just be on TV. Like that's I'm confused about the whole thing really. It was all very simple. I don't like changes. And when Law and Crime bought them, everything changed, but maybe some people are liking that the access to it, but I don't. I find it odd and weird and hard to find. Let's see. All right. Okay. No, this is not. It's not any. I'm just confused. I don't know, guys. And this is not the first time I've looked for it. My mom wanted to watch it last week, and I could not find it for the life of me to send her where to send her. So, um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's weird. I don't know. All right. I don't know, guys. It's weird. All right. Oh, I sent you an X reply in our post. Okay. Let's check. Oh, hold on. I got something from. Let's see. Is this it? Let's check. Bear with me, guys. I will check it out.
Let's take a look at that moment. I observed him with a cell phone.
Yeah, this one is
Yes. What do you hear?
this one is not it either. I don't know, because this is Vinny was off tonight, so I filmed with Cody. I think this is the one Vinny did yesterday in his studio. The whole new setup is so weird because sometimes he's in his home studio, sometimes he's in the studio. But this is not the first time I've been like, I can't find it. Okay, let me check the X. So weird. Thank you though, Side Eyes. I don't know. All right. Fortunately, they're back to sending it, like once they used to send it your appearance, and then they just kind of stopped, and it wasn't that big a deal because you could get it later on YouTube, like a day or two later. But they are emailing it to you now a couple days later as well, so I can always upload it later. But it's just frustrating because like my mom wants to watch it, and I'm like, I don't know where to send her to watch. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, that's the one Side Eye sent me too. It's not that one. Which is weird because you'd think an hour ago it might be that one. This one is the one where Vinny's in his studio, and they're talking about Patrick's testimony. I don't know, guys. It's strange. It should not be this hard to find. Just sent Jessica and B link. Okay. On Twitter, bites. Let's see. My computer is slow, especially when I have this StreamYard running. Yeah, KY Granny. It's they're going back to the old programming where they're having multiple experts on, and Vinny's Vinny Politan Investigates is back, and it's much better. It's much more like the old layout. The problem is I don't know when it airs. Like, I filmed it live, 4:00 my time, so 5:00 Central. But I also checked and I couldn't find it on the actual like TV. I looked on my phone like the first time I was on last week talking about Clancy, and the live wasn't what we were talking about. So I'm just confused as to where, and it's kind of frustrating because I don't know where to send people. But anyways, if you watched Court TV in the past, it is going back to more like the style it was. So check it out again. If you liked it, then you'll probably like it now. They're going back to that. I don't think it was a huge hit what they were doing. So I think it'll be better because they're starting to have more experts on again and all that with an actual like in studio panel again and all that stuff. So yeah, Jules, they had changed their whole setup when Law and Crime bought them. And then they were slowly getting back. And Vinny shows back now, and it's more the format of where he has guests and expert guests on, like attorneys and private investigators, things like that. So it's slowly going back to, I think, how it was a lot. It's just the problem is like I don't know when to tell people to tune in because I can't even find it. Like it's strange. And then I saw a thing where it was like 8 Eastern. So I'm like, okay. And then I turned it on 8 yesterday to look, and like it wasn't Vinny Politan Investigate. So I'm just like very confused as to when it airs. And then I know it replays sometimes on YouTube, but then it's like when let's see. Oh, okay. Is Expert going live? Okay. Well, I am gonna send you to Expert. I will post the ones I have from last week from when I was on. I'll post it on my YouTube, and you guys can check it out there, like it and comment on it. But please go over to my friend the Expert. I would send you, but I don't know how. So let's do a raid on him and say CSI raid and put purple hearts in the chat. And I will see you guys over there. If one of my mods can drop, yeah, Miss Jess, no joke. If one of my mods can drop Expert's link, that way you guys can click right there and just head over to him and flood him with CSI Raid. That would be amazing. Oh, thank you, Miss Jess. She sent to Jules Silver Star. I love all these new Jewel things. I don't know how they work, but I like them. How many prayers do you get for a star? I don't know, but apparently Jess was doing prayers for Venmos, apparently, allegedly. Out and about with DJ. Thanks, Lauren. Catch you next time. Thank you so much. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. And Miss Jess just linked Expert right here in the chat. So everybody click on that, do CSI Raid with purple hearts, and I will see you over there in the comments. Love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Justice for Kelsey. Keep that fire burning bright. Justice for Turtle Boy. Truth still putting up a fight. Lauren's got the receipts and that real CSI edge. Common sense investigator coming in hot, no pledge. Teeth blinding white, smile straight, killer clean. Girl don't need no milk, she's already pristine. Facts on deck, no on the next one.